What's up, dad jokes?
What's up? Crazy pants?
Crazy pants?
Flower pants? Go back to an oldie but a goodie.
Yeah, those flower pants. That's the old school one.
That's an old school for the new listeners. Flower pants is when you're wearing shitty flower pants and everybody tells you they look good. You got to have at least one friend that'll tell you those are fucking flower pants. You got to take those off.
Yeah, but you call me that and I've never worn flower pants.
No, but I'm saying like any situation, you should have at least one good friend that tells you that's fucked up.
I'm always the friend to tell people things that they need to hear.
I mean, I've told people throughout my life, you got a booger on your face.
Yeah.
Your dick's hanging out, like whatever.
Yeah.
I'm looking out for my friends.
Me too. We just did the weirdest fucking thing before this. Our friend Richard Estep, who's like a paranormal investigator and author, he's at a haunted hospital in Tennessee. And he's like, hey guys, we're going to throw a party for the ghosts later, a Christmas party. Do you want to attend via Zoom? And I'm like, 100% yes. Yes, please. So we got a Zoom link titled Xmas Party for the Dead. And I'm like, I'm in. And we made our little cocktails and we got in the group. So he said, he started by saying that he invited a musical guest onto the Zoom call for the ghosts. And this guy comes on the screen, and I swear to you, I thought he was going to be one of those people like in an a cappella band, like he was going to start going like bum 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 bum. I don't fucking know.
Like Rockapella from Carmen Sandiego.
Yes, like I thought he was just going to like start like doing standards. Dude, fucking beatboxed out of that was the most surreal. What is if you could have told me 1,800 things that were going to happen on that feed, someone beatboxing to ghosts wouldn't have been any guess that I had.
You gotta do weird stuff.
That was fucking bonkers, bro. I was like, this is unreal. Like, what an idea.
I didn't know if he was gonna bust out a keyboard or an acoustic guitar,
Yeah.
and he was like, I'm gonna beatbox.
Literally, he looked like the last person that was going to beatbox. So I'm like, this is, and it was like a Christmas themed fucking beatbox. I'm like blown away, bro. I will admit I was texting Katie during it and I'm like, I'm in the Zoom haunted hospital Christmas party right now and someone is beatboxing to the ghosts. And she writes back in caps, beatboxing to the ghosts. I'm dying. I'm like, I never imagined it. That was fucking wild. I hope it worked. Like they were recording EVPs the whole time. You told fucking handfuls of dad jokes, Christmas themed dad jokes. Like what if they answered every time? What if they laughed?
I'm telling you, you never know. You go for a dad joke, whether you get a groan or an answer, go for a dad joke.
Yeah, what if they tell a whole ass joke in one of our spaces?
I know. The joke that you like the most is, what do you call Santa Claus if he catches on fire?
Say it.
Crisp Kringle.
That one really took me out, actually. Because the other ones sound like you made them up right before you said them, which I'm sure you did for a lot of them.
No, those are all legitimate jokes. What kind of motorcycle does Santa Claus ride? A Harley Davidson?
That was my second favorite. And then tell the chimney one.
What does Santa get if he gets stuck in the chimney?
What?
Claustrophobia.
Stupid. I hate it. I'm like dying. There was like,
I needed to know stupid jokes when I drove the school bus. It's one of the only things that kept me alive.
I know. Then you told elephant jokes that were worse than the Santa jokes.
So elephant jokes are it starts with little kids love them, but they only like that there's a lot of them. So they start with like, why does an elephant have wrinkles? Have you ever tried to iron an elephant? Why do elephants paint their toenails red? So they can hide in cherry patches. Have you ever seen one? Works pretty good, doesn't it? What does an elephant take on vacation? His trunk.
Those are barely jokes.
Why don't elephants smoke? Because they can't fit their butts in the ashtray. Why don't elephants fly? Because they can't fit through metal detectors at the airport. An elephant came running over a hill. What did the person say? Look, there's an elephant running over the hill.
Oh my God, I'm gonna die.
What's the difference between an elephant and a banana? Elephants are gray and bananas are yellow.
Oh my God, stop.
An elephant comes running over a hill. What'd the other person say?
There's a fucking elephant.
Look at that banana. He was colorblind.
I hate you have to stop. I'm gonna, there was wasn't one joke in there.
What's white and sits in a tree?
What?
A refrigerator.
Yeah, that's not a fucking joke. Why were you doing this to me?
Do you know why you don't go into the jungle between 4 and 5 in the afternoon?
Because you're in there telling fucking jokes?
Because that's when the refrigerators fall out of the trees.
Oh my god. Ah!
Do you know why people in the jungle are so small?
Why?
Because they go into the jungle between 4 and 5 in the afternoon.
I don't even know. I can't anymore. Yeah. I can't, bro. And then we're in the Zoom chat, and Richard.
Toad liked the elephant jokes. Listen to that. He squeaked. He liked the elephant jokes. Toad, how many elephants can you fit in a Volkswagen Bug?
How many?
4. 2 in the front and 2 in the back.
Yeah, that's not a joke.
How can you tell if there's an elephant in your refrigerator?
How?
There's footprints in the butter.
That is the word. These are bad. These are so bad.
But don't you understand that's why the refrigerators, when they fall out of the trees, hurt people so much, is because they have elephants inside of them.
No. Why?
This goes right back to what I was saying about little kids like jokes that don't make any sense because they don't understand jokes anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
You can go up to a little kid and you can say, like, why did the monkey put bananas on his feet? And they'll just go, ha 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 ha, monkey shoes. They don't care.
They don't care. Well, hopefully the people that just heard all those jokes are like 6 years old and you just fucking slayed this episode. Toad, cut it out. Cut it out. He's like knocking over a whole barrel of toys.
And we got to hear Dustin Perry and Aaron Sagers sing.
Yeah, they sent in messages to see if the ghosts answered their messages. And then there was some fucking guy in there. And I told Richard Estep was like, look at this evidence we caught. I'm going to text it to you. Or he goes, I'll send it to you. And I go, okay, text it. Don't Facebook message it. And then there was a dude on the Zoom that goes, yeah, why don't you say your phone number out loud just to make sure Richard has the right number? And I'm like, ew. First of all,
joking.
I know, but he was sitting right next to his girlfriend. That was so fucking awkward. And then she had to get off the Zoom, and he got off the Zoom and she's just sitting there. I'm like, well, this is fucking awkward. That was awkward.
Hello, Toad.
Hello, Toad. Toad's like, nobody's allowed to hit on my mom.
No one was hitting on your mom.
Ooh, ooh, ooh. So you looked at our Spotify Wrapped for What's Up Weirdo and found out that we're in the top 5% of podcasts.
That's right.
That's insane to me. I've been thinking about it all day. I sent it to my dad. I'm like, how is that real?
Yeah.
Who's listening? Who are you people?
There's a lot of people just listening on the sly.
Just listening to Toad's squeaky mess. Last week was his squeakiest episode ever.
No, he's been squeakier before.
I think last week was really a lot. It was nice to see us in all of your Spotify Wraps. A lot of people tagged us. That was really cute. And we were in really good company in a lot of them. Amy was on there with Haunted Road. Roz was on there. Ghosted with Roz. Bridget Show, Web Crawlers.
In good company for the weirdo podcasts.
Our Strange Skies. Quite Unusual Pod.
All the good weirdos on there.
Yeah, lots of good friends on there.
It's about time, figuring that we've only been doing podcasts for like 15 years.
Yeah, you have, not me.
Yeah, welcome to the podcast world.
Yeah, you said you were going to make a new episode of Realm of the Weird, and then you didn't post it.
Yeah, I have to figure out what I'm doing with that.
Okay.
So I'm switching it around, and I don't do stuff until I'm happy with it.
Well, I know that. This is going to be all out of order because we've done a lot of stuff since the last episode, but we got to go to an advanced screening 2 nights ago of Violent Night with David Harbour as a crazy Santa, and I loved it.
It's for you.
It's for me.
And it's kind of for me.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. Like I said, I would watch it again in a year.
Yeah. It was really funny. It was really gory. Really gory.
You got that fucking hots for Leguizamo, though.
I do. That was the real secret that came out while we were waiting for the movie to start, is that I've had like a lifelong crush on John Leguizamo, and he's the villain in the movie, but he's like 60 now, but I literally don't care.
Yeah.
And also Katie has a crush on him too, so we just talked about how hot he was today.
Well, there you go. But yes, I would watch it again in a year. I think, no spoilers, it can get pretty, I think the gore is kind of toned down because of the way they shoot it and stuff. I was more scared by the lady who was coughing in your face for 2 hours.
Oh my God. The lady sitting next to me was coughing the entire time and chewing on cough drops. Like, how fucking inappropriate. Like, you really can't stand to miss this fucking crazy Santa movie, so you just have to force yourself to go to the movies and cough next to a stranger.
Don't you miss the movie-going experience of sitting around a bunch of people chomping and smashing stuff in the smelling like hot dogs and nacho chips all around you while people like kick the back of your chair. It's the movie going experience we've all longed for our whole lives.
No, but back to John Leguizamo for a moment. The reason he was in Romeo and Juliet, the Baz Luhrmann one, and he was Tybalt, and he was so fucking hot in that movie, and I love him forever. So
is that the Claire Danes movie?
Yes, but I loved him before that because he had a show, a short-lived show called House of Buggin', where he did like comedy sketches, and I just love him. He's swaggy as fuck. He's still swaggy. He's swaggy in that movie. I love him. If anybody's got his number, call me. But I know he's married, but that's fine. But I realized after, the Dead Snow movies with the Nazi zombies in the snow?
Yes.
Yeah, the director was the guy who did Dead Snow.
Oh, I didn't know that.
It was actually good.
I did not know that.
Does that make you like it more?
Not really.
Also, it had a perfect running time of an hour and 40 minutes, which is like our key running time for horror movies.
John Leguizamo was in To Wong Fu, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
Yes, he was. Did you find, the dad in the movie, do you find that he has like the most off-putting face you've ever seen in your life?
Oh, I found the dad to be, I thought he might be computer generated and something kind of went wrong with his face generation.
Right? No.
Yeah, it's off-putting.
It's so off-putting. Like you stare at his fucking face the whole movie. Like he looks, I don't even know how to describe it.
I don't know how this sounds, but the biggest problem I had in a fantasy horror Santa Claus movie was believing that that guy had fathered such a cute daughter.
I know. And I noticed that like that guy, the dad, and the other villain with the gray hair and several other people in the movie, you could tell all of them had a fucking like English accent or Irish accent, and they were like talking American, and it was like not they was like not hiding it very well.
Right.
But no, that guy's face is fucked. Sorry to that guy if you listen to bro.
I think that guy is fine. He's in a major motion picture.
Yeah, he's fine. After the movie, we went to Walmart and we got plants. And I got an evil lettuce little plant that I named Ghoul, and you got a plant named what?
Raymond.
Raymond! We were wheeling out of Walmart and you pushed the cart way ahead of us like he was running away. We were both going, Raymond!
This cart with a plant in it. We're both screaming Raymond at it. He was just so happy. He was just so happy to be out of the Walmart, out of that fucking ghoul light that they have in there.
Yeah, we rescued them. We rescued Ghoul and Raymond, and they're best friends now. They're gonna have a buddy comedy.
Every time I walk in my family room for the past few days, I scream Raymond when I walk into the family room.
Raymond! Me and you were going on a secret trip this weekend, and I felt right as that happened outside the Walmart. I'm like, we're gonna be yelling that all weekend. I already know.
Probably, yes.
I already know. That's gonna be our war cry for the whole weekend. We'd be like, "Who's watching Raymond?" Wait, you could just bring him with us.
I'm not bringing Raymond.
What if you strapped him in the back seat with you?
No.
Well, think about it.
I'll think about it. You can put Toad in the back seat and Raymond in the front seat and Toad's seat.
No.
All right, then he's not coming.
Fine.
You're going to be super fucking pissed when I have a driver's license and Raymond's in the front seat and you have to sit in the back.
That's fine. I'll sit back there and text like I want to on road trips.
That's true. You will be happy back there.
I know. Well, listen, I didn't tell you this yet, but we got invited to another screening this Monday for that Babylon movie. Did you watch that trailer yet?
What's it called?
Babylon.
No idea.
It's that movie that's coming out with Margot Robbie and Brad Pitt. It's based in the 20s and the 30s, like the excess and like fancy Hollywood times.
Is it based on like Hollywood Babylon?
Yeah, duh. Early reviews are that it's a fucking masterpiece. It's by the person who did La La Land.
Do you know what Hollywood Babylon is?
Is it a book?
Yes, it's by Kenneth Anger. It's all about like all of the drugs and people the Hollywood stars were fucking and stuff like that.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what it's about. But listen, okay, so we get to go on Monday. It doesn't come out till December 23rd, so that's like mad early that we get to see it.
It is pretty early.
We're not allowed to talk about it until December 16th. There's a review embargo, but let me get to the worst part that you're going to fucking hate. The running time is 3 hours and 8 minutes long.
Oh.
I was waiting for it.
Oh my God.
No.
I don't know if I can do that.
But listen, it's not a one where we have to go early. We literally have the press seat, so we can slide right into our seat right before it starts.
Fine, but Fine.
I'm actually really excited.
Are we seeing it at our normal place?
Oh, it's at Imagine.
Okay, well, that makes it better because our normal place, that fucking popcorn and Slurpee that I had fucked me up.
The Slurpee didn't fuck me up, but I swear to you, when we got home from Walmart, I almost threw up. I was so nauseous.
That place is dirty.
Imagine has some dope ass popcorn though.
Okay, then I'm fine with that.
Okay, so that's the plan for after our secret trip.
All right, that's a great review of
of MJR Troy
and Violent Night.
Thanks for making us sick. Violent Night was a blast. You guys should go see it. Also, David Harbour takes his whole Santa top off, his whole shirt off. I told Katie and she goes, he takes his top off. I'm like, yes.
Is that a thing?
People fucking love that guy.
They do?
Yes. Like people thirst for David Harbour. I do not.
Okay.
But they do. It's a thing.
All right.
And then since we haven't been on here, Thanksgiving happened. And before Thanksgiving, I should have went, motherfucking Turks. But I didn't. But we don't eat motherfucking Turks. We're friends with motherfucking Turks. Motherfucking Turks. Oh, but you had a nice Thanksgiving with your family?
Yeah, they came over for like an hour and watched the Detroit Lions football game, and we had a little chat time and a little snack time and a little drink time, and then they took off, and then I just kind of crashed on the couch.
That's a perfect Thanksgiving.
Perfect Thanksgiving.
I went to my brother's house and my sister-in-law made a beautiful dinner. She's a really good cook. And my brother pulled out, he plated up turkey and mashed potatoes like a normal human and then pulled out Buffalo Wild Wings Parmesan garlic sauce and squirted it on his fucking turkey. And I'm like, America is in shambles right now. What are we doing as a society? I don't even eat turkey and I know that's just like against the law. And I put it on Twitter and people were like, what is he doing?
What is he doing?
Fucking B-dub sauce on carved turkey.
Gross.
Oh, and then I was telling you on the way home from Thanksgiving, I stopped at our P.O. box and we got 2 copies sent to us of this book called The Sensual Sasquatch.
Have you read it yet?
No, I haven't. By Randall F. Travers, because his nephew listens to our show and said, you guys are a big deal in the paranormal. And I figured I should send you my new book about the mating habits of Sasquatches. Did you read it?
I have not read it yet. I'm currently working my way through The History of Numenor by J.R.R. Tolkien.
Jesus, that sounds like a saga.
You know, it's not nothing that I haven't read before. I just haven't read it put together in this way. Does that make any sense?
It's like a re-edit?
Yeah, kind of. You take like the 700-page Silmarillion is all spread out across the Second Age, and this person put it in order and released it. That's very boring to everyone but Tolkien and Lord of the Rings nerds. But I love it.
I'm happy for you. I get excited for your nerd shit. I do.
I mean, I still can't believe, I don't know, you would like Lord of the Rings.
No, I'm not prepared to like them. You would like Harry Potter's and you're not watching them, so.
Harry Potter doesn't have Viggo Mortensen in it.
It has Rupert Grint.
I don't even know who that is.
Ron Weasley. He's grown up to be kind of hot. He was not hot then, but he's hot now. He's on Servant, that show, that M. Night Shyamalan show that I like on Apple TV Plus. He's fucking rad on that show.
Oh, I don't know who that is. Is that the red-haired kid?
Yes.
Okay, gotcha.
One more side note about the fucking Sasquatch books is it's so funny because you can tell the guy wrote the nicest note ever. He's like, you know, I don't expect a shout out, but like, if you guys like my book and you want to talk about it, that's great. And you can tell he doesn't listen to the show, but his nephew listens to the show. And in turn, he thinks it would be cool to send us books, right? So I get to the bottom of the cutest letter ever that's like typed. There's a fucking, I'm not even kidding, there's a fucking Dunkin' Donuts gift card taped to the bottom of the letter. He doesn't know.
Oh my goodness gracious.
So now we have to use it. We'll just get bottled waters.
You can do that.
Yeah. But yeah, so that was our normal, that's what I was telling people. I'm like, you know, I had a normal Thanksgiving, went to my brother's, had some food, stopped on the way home, got 2 books called The Sensual Sasquatch, went home.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving. Did you see that tweet going around Thanksgiving about the fucking wolf spiders?
No.
There's somebody posted that because, you know, they were talking about cranberry sauce, right?
Yeah.
They're like, did you know that when the workers who harvest cranberries, like the whatever it is, the field. They have to flood the field because wolf spiders living on the cranberries will float to the top and get off the cranberries. Then the person wades into the bog and the spiders crawl all over the fucking person harvesting the cranberries. It's like part of the fucking job. And it's like hundreds of wolf spiders that crawl on you while you're trying to pick the fucking cranberries.
That's cool.
Is that the worst thing you've ever heard?
I mean, you're probably wearing like a beekeeper outfit. You know what I mean?
It better be. I don't think it is.
I think it probably is. If you're wading around in water, you probably got fishing waders on and then like something over your top and on your face.
Even if you had like one of those beekeeper hoods on and you looked out of the screen in the front, it was covered in spiders, I would fucking vomit in my suit. I would die.
I think it'd be cool.
That's the worst fact I've ever heard.
I think it would be cool.
Oh, you know what else happened on Twitter is you made the nicest tweet about me you've ever made in your whole life.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I bookmarked it in case I'm ever out a rainy day. I did. What did you say?
I said you were a nice person.
No, you said more than that.
Nice person is okay to be around. Kind of funny sometimes. Good work, buddy.
I don't think you said that.
I think that's what, almost exactly verbatim what I wrote.
Like that was the gist. You didn't say it was funny. You said I was like a hard worker.
Oh yeah, something like that. Hard worker, very nice. 9 out of 10.
It's for me. Oh, that was so nice. It was so unexpected. It was nice. It's weird when you're nice to me. It feels weird.
Well, I'm only nice to you when you deserve it. And you mostly deserve it when we're not talking to each other. So that's why I sent it.
They're coming to arrest you.
Coming to arrest you? That's on your side.
I didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah, you did.
It's between both of our houses.
You revealed the secret that I'm a nice person.
I know. Now you're going to jail.
No one's supposed to know.
Nobody's gonna know. It's so loud.
I ordered 3 sets of pajamas today.
Oh my God. Weren't you supposed to order, you said you were gonna get 2 suits and what else?
Doing that in December.
What else were you gonna get?
I don't know. Getting 2 new suits and that's it. That's really it. A couch. I'm getting a hide-a-bed couch.
You didn't tell me that.
Yeah.
Where are you getting all this money from, Moneybags?
Trust me. I'm having my father pay for half of it.
Good. He thinks he's gonna have sleepovers with you all the time.
He wants to come down here and he can't sleep on the futon in the guest bedroom because it's too close to the ground and he can't stand up.
The fucking pull-out bed is gonna be the same height.
Whatever.
You both are crazy is what it boils down to.
Then I can have tons of parties.
You're gonna have wild parties where your guest sleeps on the fucking pull-out couch.
Pull-out couch and the futon. They can sleep on the floor. If I bring people over, I can have bang sessions not in my room.
Yeah, it is weird. We have talked about this numerous times, how it's so awful to sleep with people in your own bed. Like as a hookup. You can't have a hookup in your bed. It has to be in a bed that's foreign to you.
Here's my thing. This is a true thing.
I know.
I am already a paranoid, insane, crazy person.
I know.
To be able to sleep next to someone is a big fucking deal.
Yeah, it's the worst.
Like, if I can sleep next to someone, that's a big, big fucking deal. That I can go unconscious next to you.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you gotta get the fuck out.
I know.
Or I gotta pretend that something's happening downstairs and go somewhere else and wander around, and then maybe I'll fall asleep on the couch.
Like, it's so much better to, like, I don't know, at least at the beginning. Like, if you're fucking dating somebody, it's, like, way better to do it at their house or, like, a hotel. Like, no, I don't want you in my own bed.
The only thing that saved me for a long time, and this doesn't make it, it makes it a slightly easier, is that for a long time I had, like, a oversized California king, which meant that they were, like, 3 feet away from me on the other side of the bed.
Yeah, but people never do that. They're always smushed up against you, and you're like,
oh, I kicked that fucking shit away.
You're so romantic. You're so romantic.
You're too hot. Get away.
I know. Fucking know.
You got stick body. Get out of here.
So dumb.
Then your whole house smells like sex for like hours.
Ugh. We gotta stop. We gotta stop. It's so
By the way, that reminds me, because I'm gonna tie this into a movie that we watched.
Okay.
First of all, if ever caused any discomfort, I would apologize. I apologize anybody that's listening that I have dated in my past. I apologize if it caused you any mental anguish or discomfort. when I took you up north to my parents' cabin.
Oh yeah, why did you do? Well, you took me there before.
Yes, but I'm saying if it ever caused anyone mental anguish, we watched a movie and I was like, oh, yeah, I've taken women that I've dated 3.5 hours away up into the woods to a cabin where they have like no escape.
Yeah, it's very murdery for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, murdery vibes. I know I was thinking that what this is leading into us. Shudder dropped a brand new horror movie today called A Wounded Fawn, and it's so fucking good. And
It's for you.
it's for me.
And it's for me.
One of the top horror movies of the year. The guy takes this girl to a remote cabin, and that's like only part of the story. The movie is so fucking wild that does nothing to tell you what it's about. Trust me. But yeah, I was thinking that I'm like, it's such an uncomfortable feeling, especially as a woman. I'm like, this is so bad. And she's like texting her friend the whole time, being like, here's where I am, or if anything happens, it's like, no, they're not going to be able to get to you. That's the worst fucking feeling ever.
I was trying to think, and so like I'm trying to think of all of the women that I've dated that I took up to my family's cabin, and every woman that I took up there, I had been dating for over a year. So I feel like it's a little less murdery.
Yeah, I would say that's like the minimum.
Yeah.
Honestly. Yeah, that you got the feeling in the movie that it was like their second fucking hangout or something. I'm like,
Yes.
why is she
Yes.
going? I mean, he was very handsome. You would want to go, but your spidey sense should be telling you not to go.
Yes.
And then she walks in and the place is kind of sick, so that like puts you at ease too. And then it's like, no, no, that's a
But
facade.
it's a good movie, and if people like, I was telling you, people like surrealist painters and Lenora Carrington, I feel like this movie is a surrealist Lenora Carrington horror movie. Very strange.
Yeah, you have to explain who that is.
She was a surrealist painter, probably in the 1930s, and painted just wild, occult-ish. Well, she studied Kabbalah and alchemy and stuff like that. So a lot of that moves into her work. And when you watch the film, you kind of realize, oh, if you've never seen her paintings before, like look at her paintings and then watch this film. And I think that actually would enhance the film for people.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you look at Lenora Carrington's paintings and then watched Wounded Fawn, you'll be like, oh wow, crazy.
Yeah, there was definitely like Giallo vibes, Sam Raimi vibes. They kind of made it look old. So it kind of had like a late 70s, 80s look to the movie. It's fucking gorgeous. Everything they did in that movie was gorgeous and crazy, and you didn't know what was going to happen next. And it was all very satisfying, like everything that was happening.
I have to watch it again, but when you said some kind of like late 70s vibes, I think there are parts in the film where they scratched the film.
No, they did 100%. It's all over. Yeah, they made it look aged.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. I also love, and this, I feel like this is controversial. I feel like some people might hate it. I feel like you might hate it, but I kind of love that new thing that they do that some filmmakers do where they make it look old. They make everything seem old. They make you feel like you're in the 70s, but like they still have like modern music and they have an iPhone. I'm like, I love this. I love the juxtaposition for some reason.
I don't mind that.
Nice. Yeah, I really like it. I know something about it. It's so satisfying for me and I don't know why.
I think it's interesting in the sense that filmmakers are realizing that films are becoming dated. And so by doing something like that, you pull it and make it to a certain degree timeless because you can't tell if it was made in the 70s, but they're using iPhones, but they're dressed like 1982, but they all have laptops. Like it messes up your sense of time. And so I'm okay with that.
Yeah, for sure. I thought the acting was great. That main chick was awesome. That main guy was awesome. Yeah, it was sick as fuck. I want to watch it again too. There was just so much imagery. I'm like, I have to look at all of that again.
Very cool.
And it's called A Wounded Fawn. And then I watched two. We got screeners sent to us of this new horror movie that comes out. I want to say this Friday. It's called The Harbinger. I ended up watching it before I watched A Wounded Fawn. It's okay. It's fine to watch on streaming. I thought did you watch A Witch in the Window?
I did not.
It's this like kind of low budget horror movie. I actually really liked A Witch in the Window, but it's from the same guy who did that. And this movie is based during the pandemic, like right in it, which some people will fucking hate. It's like that period where people were just kind of deciding if they were allowed to go see their friends or not. Like, I know my friend's being safe, so I'll go over their house with a mask on and make sure they're okay, that whole thing. And then like your family will be like, well, still, what the fuck if you bring something back to us, that whole thing. So I feel like there's going to be people who hate the fucking movie because some people didn't do any of that. So they'll be like, this is overboard. But so it taps into that fear. So the point of the movie is, so like everybody was scared of the COVID, and it was like an invisible thing that you had to be scared of and that you could pass to people without knowing, right? So the point of the movie is like, what if you could pass basically like night terrors to each other? So it was kind of cool. Like the premise was cool. It was done good. It was acted good, but just something was missing for me. I think there was a part in the middle that was really slow. And also, you know, when movies are a little bit low budge, where there'll be like really quiet parts and you're like, why is it so fucking quiet? Like there either needs to be road noise, there needs to be music. Like something is so awkward right now.
Yeah.
Just like wasn't edited right, which sucks, but I would still watch it. But then again too, like one of the things that they kept showing in the dreams was like very fucking corny to me, and I'm not gonna tell y'all what it is, but I wanted to like it. It was just kind of a miss for me. But yeah, I watched that first, and then I watched A Wounded Fawn second, so it just came off like fucking Godfather. after that one, I was like, this is the best movie I've ever seen. Oh, and speaking of horror movies, we did an interview with Bloody Disgusting.
Yes, we did.
Fucking life goals. That's so exciting. They're like the #1 horror source. Like them and Fangoria are like the end all be all of horror news, and like
I still need to convince someone at Fangoria that I need to write a column for them.
I know, dude. It wouldn't be that hard. They're all over Twitter.
All you gotta do is write about like real horror movies and how they're related to paranormal stuff.
The only problem is you'd have deadlines, and then you wouldn't do it.
If I had that deadline, if I only had to write one article a month, I would do it.
Yeah, one a month is fine. One a week, though, would not get done.
No.
Maybe 2 a month. You could do 2 a month.
Maybe.
That would be
I
sick.
just can't make plans like that because I never know what I'm doing because you tell me that I'm doing stuff like an hour before I have to do it.
Well, people invite us to do shit like an hour before. That thing, that ghost party tonight that we went to, I only found out about like 2 hours ago.
You can't say yes to everything.
Yes, I can. You say in your own lectures, if somebody asks you to do something weird, you say yes. You don't think about it. You say yes. So what did I do?
No, you do think about it. I say that. If someone asks you to do something weird and it's safe and it'll be fun, then say yes.
That's literally what I did.
Listen, you can say yes to anything you want, but when you say yes to you and me, you have to ask me.
Oh, I get it.
Know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do, but we're a team.
That's fine. You can come pick me up when we're done. We'll go to the bar for last call.
We can't. What's what? No, we have no time.
I already told them we're coming.
You did not.
I did.
You have no sense of time.
They said that they'll stay open for us because it's us.
Can I bring Toad?
Nope.
Yeah, well, then I'm not going.
I told them that you and I can go, right? We only have like 15 minutes to get there.
This is a lie.
Yes. I would not do that to you. I would ask you first.
When do I ever say no to a plan?
No, I'm not saying that. That's the thing you don't. You don't ever say no to a plan. You just, yes, we'll do that.
You literally made a tweet about how I'm fun.
So I was wrong.
You didn't. That's not what the tweet was about.
9 out of 10.
9 out of 10. She's fine. She's fine. I want to say too that you didn't watch it yet, but I binged Wednesday on Netflix twice.
Jesus Christ.
If it's managed to pass you up by now, which is nearly impossible because it's like now the biggest streamed thing to ever hit Netflix ever, but it's Jenna Ortega, who is a baby scream queen. She's playing Wednesday Addams in a reboot of The Addams Family made by Tim Burton, and it's so fucking good and it's so cute, and it was filmed in Romania, and the music is good and the acting is good, and it's perfect and wonderful, and you'll love it.
She was in the bad Scream movie, right?
Yeah, she was in the Scream movie that was not great, the new one, and she was in X.
Oh, right.
In the second season of You, which is a good show that people like, that you probably didn't watch either.
I did not.
I think you would like that show.
Is anybody coming to our Whitney event? Do you know?
Yeah, we're having an event January 22nd at the Whitney in Detroit, which is one of the most haunted places in Detroit. It's a haunted mansion. It's very fancy. It makes you feel like you're on the Titanic. It's fucking crazy. There's like a grand staircase. There's a dining room. There's a place upstairs called the Ghost Bar that's haunted. But yeah, the tickets went on sale today. You can find the link on our socials on Twitter and Instagram, and it's like selling out really fast. Like they said the ticket sale rate was unprecedented. That's what the manager of the Whitney said.
I saw that Mallerman's coming.
I know, Josh Malerman's gonna come. And Josh Malerman's house, didn't you think the movie in A Wounded Fawn was fucking Josh's house?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I felt like I was there.
Yeah. No, that house reminded me of Josh's house.
I know, when he was in the kitchen and he was like yelling to her, I'm like, that's like, it was like facing the same way. Something about It was exact. And the outside, I'm like, is this Josh's fucking house? It made it scarier. It made it feel like I was like in the movie. Oh, and the director followed me on Twitter.
You're always so happy about stuff like that.
I know. That's why Twitter can't end, because I like interacting with people that I admire.
Do you really interact with them? Do you send them DMs and stuff?
I could.
But you don't.
I could. I will. What do you want me to send it?
I don't know. What do you send people on DMs?
Well, listen, our next What's Up Weirdo and Friends Live is coming up on December 23rd, so we have to start inviting guests. So do you want me to just swing for the fences or what?
Don't bother people.
Okay, we have to ask people. It's coming.
I'm gonna ask people, of course.
I have a small list too. It's going to be fun. Our last one was really fun. I want to say something else too, because we went to Thanksgiving and Christmas is coming up, and that's really hard for people. And I just wanted to remind people that you don't have to talk to your toxic family if you don't want to. You have a responsibility to yourself and your mental health and your vibe and your happiness. And if someone consistently disrespects you, you don't have to fucking talk to them. It doesn't matter if they're blood. You protect yourself. You can have chosen family. You can have friends. You can have this fucking best friend Tenny that calls you an asshole all the time. That's your real family. So literally don't feel pressured to talk to people who fucking poison your brain. It's not cool. It's not healthy. Good on you if you make that separation and you're strong and you can protect yourself.
Jessica, public service announcement.
Well, for real though, because some people think that makes them a bad person if they, make that safety wall for themselves. It's like, no, it's actually perfectly fine for you to do that. You've talked about this before too, how we talk about it about relationships, how maybe people aren't meant to know each other their whole life, or like you go through different phases in your life where you're a different person. Like a person you dated in your 20s wouldn't vibe with you now. You're not the same kind of person. So it's like the same thing. It's like maybe your family worked for you when you didn't know any better, but now that you're older, if y'all don't fucking get along and they say the worst shit to you that you've ever heard in your life, you don't have to fucking talk to them.
Yeah. And if you, like my father, kick him out. You're going home.
Kick your family out.
Yeah.
It.
I mean, they're punching out windows and destroying your life and your mental stability. Let them go.
I know. That's why I swear I was like threatening you because we were talking about what it would be like after your mom passed away. And I was like, he can't fucking stay there. Y'all will kill each other.
Yeah.
So off he went back up north all by himself.
And he's thriving.
I know he loves it up there. We were talking about it the other day, how he's just like a fucking youngster again.
Yeah. He's so much happier. I let him go and he's happy now. Well, he's not happy. He's still absolutely, completely destroyed that my mom's dead, but.
Jesus, that was so dark. I'm sorry. I thought you were going to call him a curmudgeon, and then it got so dark.
I'm just being real. I mean, his fucking wife of 55 years died, and he's alone.
I know.
That's why I will get attached to no one.
Same. Just
listen, I said this 20 years ago. I said this 15 years ago, and I'll say it again today. I could meet and marry the love of my life tonight, and I still wouldn't have to spend 55 years with them.
Yeah, right? That's so long.
It's just, I got a solid 12 with that person, maybe.
Yeah, that sounds like a decent amount of time.
And then cash me out.
Yeah, 30, 40, 50 years, with somebody. Ugh.
I think about this sometimes. Decades, almost 2 decades of most people's lives. So from birth to, let's say, 21, right? You came home to a bunch of people every day.
I know. I love it.
Or just someone, maybe you just came home to someone, like your mom or your dad or your aunt or your uncle or your grandma or your grandpa. But every day you came home to someone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but it felt normal.
It's so weird to think about, though.
It is. Just not ever having an empty. Well, I guess sometimes your parents would go to work or something, or they'd be like, okay, watch yourself. Once you were past 13, 14. When you get that mood when you're little and they leave you alone and you're like, what am I going to do in this big house all by myself?
And then what do?
Watch TV and eat snacks.
Watch TV, eat snacks, touch yourself.
Ew, come on. Get the fuck out of here.
At a certain age, that's what's going on.
You don't need to talk about
People are jacking and blasting it.
You're so gross. What did you say on the didn't you say something inappropriate in the ghost party?
No, I didn't say anything inappropriate.
No? I thought you did.
Nope. Always appropriate.
No, you're not.
I am. Do you know what an elephant's sex organ is?
Oh God, what?
His feet.
Why?
If he steps on you, you're fucked.
That is not a joke. That's not a joke.
That's the joke.
I can't. That's like a weird sentence. That's not a joke. I hate it. I hate your jokes.
You love them.
I do, some of them.
That's my next tweet. That's my next tweet about you, is the reason you're such a good person is because she loves all my jokes.
I don't.
She loves to hear them
And
all
then,
the time.
and then Twitter will go, yeah, Tenny, tell us one of them. And then you'll type a weird sentence and they'll go, that's not a joke. And then you'll leave Twitter in shambles.
Twitter is already in shambles.
Twitter is such a disaster.
Did you see that thing now? Like if you click on people's replies, underneath their replies, it shows you tweets you might also be interested in?
No.
Yes.
What?
So if I see people's comments on my Twitter, if I click on like people's comments, it shows me like if 3 people commented. I'll see their 3 comments, and then underneath it is a huge list of related tweets I might like.
Okay, but related in topic, or that person has tweeted before?
No, it has nothing to do with the person's commenting.
That is infuriating.
Yes.
What are they doing? Why do they always break stuff that's not broken? I just want to go in there and talk about horror movies and fights. Is that so hard? I don't need to see fucking Alex Jones. Get out of here.
Guy was a fucking wreck. That's something I think about all the time. I absolutely 100% in the 90s could have made a turn and gone in that direction and like just been a horrible garbage person and just opted to tell people lies instead of doing fun, weird lectures. And I think to myself now, like, I could be a horrible garbage person and have hundreds of millions of dollars. And like it's crazy to think about that.
Yeah, like you started doing your lectures when like they started like doing conspiracy lectures and like, you know, getting people all riled up about shit that wasn't real. And now it's like,
I mean, and there was a time in the 90s, Alex knew who I was because he did a local radio show in Texas talking about UFOs and conspiracies. And that was like one of the only shows aside from Art Bell that you would listen to. And he was just like a UFO conspiracy guy.
Alex Jones was?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, he was doing like cable access show and a local Texas radio show and like proto internet. Like my first like Hotmail account, like I remember emailing him a bunch of times and him emailing back and me calling into his radio show.
Yuck.
Yeah.
Sick. Now he's a mutant.
Now he's a mutant monster.
I hope they take all his money away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably not gonna happen.
Probably not gonna happen because nothing bad happens to anybody that sucks. Dun, 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 dun. All right, so we're going on a secret trip this weekend. We're gonna look at. I wrote down a bunch of stops and fun things for us to do, and I'm not telling you any of it.
That's fine. But I mean, our secret trip that we're taking this weekend, are you gonna be able to hold back on the photo that's gonna give away what we're doing on our secret trip?
Ooh, that's a good question. I think I can hold back until we're home. I think I can. We'll see.
All right.
That is.
So I know you're gonna have at least one photo, and you're gonna want to post it immediately.
I can feel the feeling in my body. I don't want to post it right now. We'll see how it goes. But I am going to make a new Patreon video this weekend of our adventure, and I'll put it up probably Monday or Tuesday because we do have that screening on Monday. So I don't know if I'll have time, but I'll do it.
Oh, speaking of Instagram, did you see that sock dog that I thought was a real dog?
Literally thought it was a real dog. I
was so confused and then excited and then confused and then like couldn't believe like the artistry. I was like, that's a real dog.
I thought it was a puppo.
Yeah.
I know. Our great sponsor, sockdogs.com, Stacy Sock Dogs, she'll post like her newest creations because people order from her miniature versions, like stuffed animal versions of their own dogs. So she posted this. I didn't even know what it was. It was just a dog picture that come up in my feed like they always do. And it looked like this cute white doggo with a little baby doggo next to it. And I thought it was a puppy. And then I like focused and I'm like, wait, that one's not real.
Yeah, crazy.
I know. She's so good. You guys gotta order one. She's the shit. And Adam Berry merch, he dropped his new haunted travel bag. You can go get one.
You're my haunted travel bag.
Haunted travel bag. That'll be my title. I've been looking for a title.
You have been. There it is.
Haunted travel bag.
Haunted travel bag.
Perfect. And then Old Town Roasting. People can get Old Town Roasting or What's Up Weirdo Old Town Roasting coffee blend for people for Christmas. That would be cute.
Oh, that is a cute gift idea.
I know. I'm drinking some right now. You're drinking some right now too.
No, I am.
We're obsessed. We only drink Old Town Roasting. What else do we have to say anything about Christmas, about anything? Oh, I have new stickers on the way. I'm going to send them to our Patreons. So stand by for the stickers. And we have to do our Christmas chats with our pates.
You know, when I said earlier, like, you should ask me about events that I'm going to do and you're going to do, instead of just saying yes, you should ask me.
Mm-hmm.
You should also ask me when you're going to spend large amounts of money on stickers.
I know, but I did.
I know, but you should at least forewarn me.
I'm sorry. I said I was going to order them, and then it just happened.
Yes, I know, but that's a thing.
But we need them.
I know, but you should at least still, like, notify me that it's going to happen.
I'm sorry.
So I can prepare for it. I'm not the type of person who can just plop $400 on a door and then a bunch of stickers.
Okay, I'm not rich either. I know how many events we have coming up next year, and I know what we're going to need. So I'm like, let me just get this all out of the way while they're having a Black Friday sale. So I just ordered 1 million stickers. So if you guys want one, just...
I know you're thinking about all those events in the future. I'm thinking about my potato dinner tomorrow.
I will buy you a dinner. I paid for our hotel this weekend for our surprise trip.
That's because you wanted to go.
You want to go too?
I mean, you planned and then you told me we were going.
Stop yelling at me. We're going to have fun.
I'm just saying, it's a pattern.
It's not my fault you're grumpy this week.
I'm depressed.
I'm sorry. We're going to make it better.
Fine.
We're trying. I'll buy you French fries.
All right.
Okay.
You know what you can do to break me out of my depression?
What?
On our secret trip?
What?
You let me sit in the front seat.
No, come on.
That'll make me feel so much better.
Are you lying?
Yes. I don't want to sit in the front seat. You're a terrible driver.
I know. Protect your head. Sit back there and protect your noggin. All right. Get the fuck out of here.
All right. Get the fuck out of here.
We'll see you. I don't know when.
Saturday.
Yeah.
All right. I'll see you Saturday.
Okay. Secret trip.
Secret trip. Secret trip. Secret trip. Secret trip. Secret trip. Secret. Bye.
Oh my God.
Secret trip.
Oh my God. Bye. Secret trip.